Hi guys, and my box back for another unboxing. And today we have another nifty figure from e2046.com. And this one is Wen Rou, and she's one of their newer figures. She retails at about $160. This is the pre-painted version. There is an unpainted version that you can get at a fraction of the cost, but you have to paint it yourself. The pre-painted version, which is this one, retails at about $160 US, and the unpainted retails at about $46. This is from the Audience Gathering line, which is a line of original figures from e2046.com. And since that is the case, e2046.com is the only place that you can get this. So here is the front of this pretty nifty looking figure. There's not really anything to see on the back. This side just says Gathering, as well as this side, and here's the image on the bottom. So let's check out what's on the inside. Comes with this instruction sheet. It's just one page, very simple. Comes in these different pieces that you just have to put together. So the base is right here in the top. It's a nice wooden base. The back is plain, just like the front. And now it's time to start burrowing into this foamy package. Comes with these little pieces. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Lots and lots of foam. Lots of foam. Here's her ponytail. There we go. After lots and lots of digging, we have the main 1/6 scale body. So I'll show all of that in just a second. Inside this little piece of foam, we have this very delicate weapon hand. I believe this is part of her outfit. And I'm pretty sure that's it for the pieces. And that is all the foam that I had to take out of the box to get 2 of those pieces. Alright, so let's start off by taking all the plastic off of this main piece. I think I'll have to use my handy dandy scissors. There we go. Oh, she's so pretty. Here's her face. And she has this really pretty flower on the top of her head. Here you can see some of her armor. Her really nice, I don't know what you would call this part, like a leotard or a unitard or something. But it's got some really nice details, and I like the gold that's right here, and then all the sculpting around this part, and then the back. Her leg wear is really cool too. Look around here. All this is sculpted, and it's all hand painted as well. Ooh, I like this part a lot. And one plus to this figure, for me at least, is that it's purple, and my favorite color in the entire world is purple. So I'm a little bit biased. Let's check out the rest of these pieces. Here's her hair piece, and as you can see, it's got this gradient into this sort of minty color from the purple, and it has another little flower right here. This right here is going to be her back piece. As you can see, this little tab here that goes into where you saw that missing chunk in her back. Ooh, I really like this part. This is so pretty. I love that design. I love the very sort of oriental feel of this figure. Here is one of her weapon hands. These very sharp and very metallic looking blades. I really like the metallic finish on that. And hopefully you can see that she even has nail polish on. I'm trying to be very, very careful opening these pieces. These parts are just really tiny and I don't want to break them. Here is her sort of masquerade type mask. And I didn't realize from the pictures on the website, but it's actually metallic and I really, really like that it is. I just really like shiny things. Oh, it looks so cool from the other side too. It reminds me of like abalone shells. It's really pretty. So here, hopefully you can see all these nice sculpted details. It's so pretty. I really like this. And finally, let's check out this awesome, it's like a giant throwing star. I don't really know any kind of technical term for it. And here is that very deadly looking piece. It's all very nice and metallic. See her little fingers right in there. Her hands here on the other side. Unfortunately, there's just a little bit of warping on these little spikes, like right here. You can see it's a little bit bent. So it's not as like uniformly crisp as I would like. But if you're not looking too closely, it's still pretty darn good. Okay, so why don't we start putting this gorgeous beauty together? We'll start by putting this tab right in the back. Okay, I put this piece back here. Sorry I didn't film it. I was actually having a pretty tough time getting it in. It felt like there was just no way it was gonna stay, but I kind of just pushed it around and it finally stuck in, and now I'm like afraid to take it out. Because it feels like it's pretty in there now that I actually got it. But you know, you saw it had the tab and it had the little gap, and then you just put the peg in the hole, basically. I did notice, unfortunately, that there is a paint chip right here where that little white part is. You can even, well, I can even feel it. It's unfortunate, and it does show because it's, you know, you can really clearly see the white on the really dark color. So I don't know if, you know, I could go in and try to paint over that a little myself. But hopefully, you know, that doesn't happen to you if you get any of these. Next, let's put this hair in. So again, peg, hole, very simple. It does get kind of tricky to show this though on camera, just because once you start getting the parts in, it's harder to get very close to the camera for demonstration purposes, but I think got a pretty good view of that. So one more time, just put it in like that, and you can see it's pretty seamless. And then her hair kind of flows out like that. And then let's see if we can get this in here. This one's kind of tricky because I can't even see what I'm doing, but it actually fits in there pretty nicely, and it actually hides the seam like perfectly. So, you know, you'd have no idea that that was a separate piece just by looking. It looks really cool. And then finally we have this piece that we can just put in to the arm. Just like that. I think that's pretty good. And now let's put her on her base. So as you can see, it has this little peg here. And I thought because it looks kind of like, you know, metallic, that it was a piece of metal, which often figure makers use for scale figures like this because they're very strong. But it actually, to the touch, it feels like plastic, so I'm not completely sure. And there's just a single hole in the space here that you can stick the peg into, just like that. I'm surprised the label isn't on this side though, since she's facing this way. Alright, I have her set up. I just have to put on her mask, and of course you can display her just like this, or with the mask on. It's actually really simple and seamless to get this on, and it's just a matter of sliding it under these bangs here. And then just kind of pushing it up and fiddling until you can see her eyes through there. So hopefully that has a pretty good payoff, as you can see. So you can see all of those really awesome details. Like, her lipstick is really nice. Her bangs look really awesome. The hair sculpt is really nice. Let's take a look at the ends of her hair. The points of her hair are okay. Not as pointy as I would like, but usually figures never have hair as sharp as I would like it. Here you can see the gradient. I do wish that the gradient was a bit softer. It's pretty sudden and drastic the way it goes from purple to bluish minty color. I like the two little strands up here that have the blue. Here you can see both of those hair decorations. They're really nice. Here you can see those lovely designs on her skirt piece. Very oriental and intricate too. I like the shape of the ends here, and I like that it has this little sort of pale pastel border following all the way along. And then the underside is dark like most of her outfit. Here you can see the nifty armor that's on her arms. I like all the sculpt of the folds that are all in here. I love this sort of gathered look around here. How it really like contours the breasts, and then around the back. It actually like shows pretty much all of her back. It looks really nice. There's not a lot of shading on her skin. So maybe a little bit more shading would have been nice, but I mean, it's pretty fine. Here you can see all that detail work, like those beads. More fabric sculpt. And then this sort of Chinese armor type area around her stomach. And I love that little bit of gold on the front. And then here's her other arm. Here is her leg wear. It's really cool, and it has that same sort of butterfly wing design that you can see on her mask, which is really nice to see that echoed down here. It sort of has a nice balance to it. I like the way that it like opens here, and you can sort of see this nice trail of thigh. And then it has that same wing design on the other side, so it's nice and symmetrical that way. Here you can see just the nicest little sliver of her booty. It's a very nice butt. And from the other side as well. And it's nice that you can sort of see that star peeking through from the other side. And then if we look down further, you can see more of that really cool oriental sculpt on her leg wear, around her knees and shins. I really like this sort of striping that you can see down her lower legs. It just adds some really nice dimension to it, and they are sculpted in, so that's also a nice plus. And here you can see the sculpt of her boots. They have some really sharp heels. Has a sort of elegant look to them. And this striping pattern follows all the way to the tips of her toes. And here you can see her holding her weapon. It looks very cool. Again, a bit of warping, which is unfortunate, but I don't know how well that could be avoided, so. I love the way her hand is sort of grasping it. Just the way her fingers go between those prongs. I don't know, it just has a nice tone to it, I think. And here you can see her grasping her kunai, or whatever they are. She holds her weapons really elegantly, which is nice. The fingers are really nice looking. When I first saw this figure, pictures of it on the e2046.com website, I always figured I would display her without the mask. I felt it was sort of clunky looking, but I don't know, looking at it now in person and seeing all the nice metallic pearly details and paint finish on it, it looks really nice, and I think I would like displaying her both ways, with or without the mask. So let's get another view of her without. She has sort of a, maybe not cocky, but kind of a trivial expression. I definitely like these eyes, but I feel like maybe a different style eye could have been nice too. So in the end, I'm really not sure which way I'll display her with or without the mask. What do you guys think? I think for the purpose of the video, I'll display her with the mask. I think once you get the mask lined up with her eyeline, it has a really nice effect, the way you can just see her eyes peeking through there. It's kind of hard to get the left one with the lighting, but you can definitely see that right one looking right at you. I don't know what it is about this figure, but just this one, it's it seems a lot nicer in person than just looking at the photos online. So I'm really excited to be able to display this one next to my Salma figure. So that's it for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed checking out this awesome new figure. As always, if you want to see more unboxings and other such coolness, please feel free to subscribe. That way you can be notified of other such coolness in the future. Until next time, guys, anime box out.